It's time for another edition of Pet Talk with the Nebraska Humane Society.
Today we're having fun with Fido. That's the name of the class. The lesson this round is how to go out on the town.
Pet behavior specialist Cathy Guinane returns.
Hi,
Good morning,
babies.
Cathy. You got a dynamic duo in here today.
We got two tails wagging.
And they go together.
They go together. They're 2 for 1, 2 for the price of one.
For a long time.
They have, and they need to go together and stay together. They're very bonded. The gray and white fuzzy one is Bella, and the beagle mix is Freckles.
And those are their real names?
Yes, they do answer to those names.
They do answer those names.
Yes.
And are they older?
One is 6 and one is 7.
Okay, so
So
still
they
some
still
good
got a
time
lot.
left.
And they like walking, so
And
some walks
their
would be good.
disposition or the type of family that you would recommend for these two?
They do, so far they've done well with any of the adults they've met. You know, I probably wouldn't put them with real young kids just because they're 6 and 7. You know, I don't know what they've done with kids.
But I mean, they're ready to go. I mean,
They're ready to
they're
go.
house trained, potty trained, they walk, they're on a leash, they sit, they lay down.
And they greet people beautifully.
They're happy.
And they don't seem to be super vocal.
No.
So if you don't want a dog
So far,
that's-
so good. Haven't heard a
that's yapping
sound.
a lot. That's great. So in a nutshell, we're talking about this Fun with Fido class, and that's the umbrella, but out on the town, how does it fit in?
It's a specific Fun with Fido that we meet one class, they meet at the shelter, so we get everybody on the same page, and then they go 3 other places in the city, from, you know, parks or shopping malls to just different places, kind of depending a little bit on what people do with their dogs. If they are people who walk the Keystone Trail a lot, we're going to go someplace where we can practice what to do on those kinds of places. If they go to parks a lot, those same kinds of things. Just so people have some coaching, and you get to practice what do you do when you're out and about with your dog. What do you do if the dog runs up on
Is
you?
the key really getting them out a lot?
Yes.
And because there's some people that they take their dogs out into public. They could be at a festival where there's thousands of people, dog not on a leash, and the dog stays right by their hip. You know, and then other dogs are they go crazy.
Part of it is what they get used to. The more they experience it, the more it becomes, oh, I know what to do.
Pretty
it's
normal,
novel.
yeah.
Where, you know, home is that way. They're there all the time. And that's what we would like outside to be as well, so that they go, oh, okay, this is good. And then they are well behaved.
This is not an entry-level class, so
Correct.
what are the prerequisites for it?
Prerequisites are an adult skills or a puppy skills class. So they get all those basics in a 6-week class. And then this is just going to expand on all those basics, just in a different way.
Anything seasonal, because we're heading into fall. The weather's going to be changing a little bit. Anything seasonal that we should be mindful about?
Know that, you know, once it gets too cold and we get ice melt down, ice melt's always a problem. You know, depending if you've got a dog that needs a coat, might want to start getting them a little bit used to it if you have a dog that doesn't have a whole lot of fur.
Yeah, sometimes shoes will look silly, but do you recommend that if we're walking our dogs when there's ice melt on the sidewalks?
If you can get them to do it, yes, because that ice melt burns their pads a little bit and stuff too. And that way you just pop the boots off when you get home, as opposed to having to worry about washing their feet. Otherwise, you want to wash their feet.
And if they're licking and then
they're
ingesting.
And it can make them sick.
It's a huge mess.
It is.
AnyHumaneSociety.org, that's the website. And in fact, maybe it's not this class, could be, but all of the classes you can register for them online. So when does this next Out on the Town start up?
It starts in 2 weeks.
All right, so register now. That's the time to do it. Anything else, Cathy, going on? Like cat sales? I mean, then sometimes you have several irons in the fire.
We do.
at the Humane
You know,
Society.
right now we're getting geared up for the walk, which is the last Sunday in September. In
The
the
walk
morning.
is what?
The walk for the animals is great
It's
fun.
huge.
There is a walk and a 5K run with it. There also will be vendors, and the shelter will have all kinds of fun things for people to do. There's a parade of adoptable animals, and we have alumni that come back.
Hundreds of people.
Hundreds, and
Hundreds,
dogs.
yeah.
And you can bring your dog.
It's so
Alumni,
cool.
alumni is in the animals?
That
the
have been
dogs?
adopted already,
That have been
yeah.
adopted?
Well, we did that, I noticed,
did.
on National Dog Day, which was just last week, right? Wasn't that the day? Just have a seat right
on
there,
your
Freckles.
foot.
right on the
foot.
toe of my shoe. But it was fun to see on social media as everybody was posting pictures and then tagging the dogs they had adopted from the Humane Society and all
it's
of these
fun.
success stories. And we would love to see another success story come today for these two. So we have
Absolutely.
Bella and Freckles. They are a package deal, so if you like one, you got to take both. And is that unusual, Cathy, that you would have that requirement?
No, we have that quite often with, especially mates that are their housemates, they've been bonded. It would be more cruel to separate them,
Yeah,
you
they're-
know,
in their best
because
interest.
it's for their best interest,
It is.
absolutely.
These are two fun dogs. AnyHumaneSociety.org. They're just wagging their tails, waiting to be adopted.
I love this pair. Really great, Cathy. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
Cathy.
Always appreciate it.